Well, hello there. I am Kathy Crow. Welcome to the Crow Cottage, and today I am going to use the Days to Remember stamp set. Now, Facebook is being very special today. Let me get my video off here. It does not have the wrench available for some strange reason. When you go live, you click on the wrench so that you are not backwards when you are displaying your stamp set. And I'm going to just peek here at my stamp set. See how it's backwards? Well. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to flip the camera, and I'm hoping I can manage it because the wrench is missing. Usually there's this little wrench icon, and I went out and went in and went out and went in, and it's just not functional, and you can't have it upside down. So anyway, or backwards, it's just not working. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Facebook just does all kinds of fun things, and today is just not any different than any other day with something odd happening on Facebook. But anyway, I think you're going to really like this. This is a new set. So Days to Remember, I am going to flip it so that you can actually see it and it won't be backwards. I think I can do that. We'll just see how that goes. Now, first of all, I want to let you know that I have a little host code going, and you'll see it when I put my camera down. I'm actually going to send you a PDF and the template for this cute little cowboy boot. That actually is a really cute little project, and it's very simple and easy to make. And so for every $35 order in my store, you can get that. Now, I am waiting and hoping that people will take advantage of the Join Now special. Right now, Stampin' Up! Has a fantastic deal. For just your $99 and free shipping, you get $155 worth of products of your choice. And by doing it with us, you get to join our wonderful team of ladies, and they are so good. Oh, Aunt Connie, it's nice to see you. Oh, thank you, Michelle. You like this sweater? Yeah, it's got buttons on the side. That's kind of cute. I've already been out on a bike ride today. It is absolutely fabulous outside today, isn't it? And it was nice to have almost no wind. At one point, the wind came up and blew me pretty good, but I persevered, and then it was fine. All right. So, hi, Trudy. It's good to see you. Thank you guys so much for buying all my cards. I really appreciate it. I do still have, I'm waiting for Karen Strickland to send me her address. I still have that album. She won that. And so, Karen, if you want it, you can just send me your address, and then I can mail it to you. But if you don't, I think I have someone else who will be happy to take it. So, anyway, today, what else did I want to say? I don't think there's anything else. So, let me go ahead, and I'm going to attempt to turn the camera around. Well, first of all, let me do this. Okay, we'll try this first. Oh yeah, that's right, it's upside down. Let me see what happens if what's this? Well, that's nothing. That's just actually makes it a little lighter, which isn't bad. Yeah, the wrench is gone. I don't understand. This is a new symbol right here. Should I hit it? Let's see what happens. Oh, it didn't. I don't know what that did to you, but my screen went blank. Okay, so we're gonna have to try to go like, I'm gonna have to put you up to the ceiling, actually. Sorry. We're gonna have to go to the ceiling and then see if my camera can turn around. Uh-oh, I forgot. The ceiling's fine, except for that my stand has got to be upside down too. Oh my goodness. Facebook. You're just so problematic. Okay, so now I can't do anything on here, but at least I can see my desk. Yay. Looks like that. You see my tea over there? I have been so busy trying to get our house ready to be sold and, get our inspections done and appraisal done and enjoy my garden. It's fabulous. So if you want to head on over and see our garden at Tri-City Crow Garden, you can see all the beautiful flowers blooming. Thank you for sharing, Trudy. I always forget that. Please, you guys, share my videos. I really need you to do that, and I do really appreciate that so much. All right, so here's my host code. If you wish to place a $35 or more order, then again, you're going to get this cute little, you'll get a PDF that tells you how to assemble it it, and you'll get the pieces already cut out that are the templates, because the PDF, you know, it's from a cutting file, and unless you have a cutting machine, you will have to cut it out. Ah, my video was interrupted. Oh, you know what? So I have hi, Andy. It's good to see you guys. Thank you for persevering. So I have my phone on Do Not Disturb, which means no calls should be coming through, right? But every single time there's some spam call coming at my Facebook Live time, and I am so tired of that. Now this time it actually froze up my phone. Ugh, I don't know how to stop that. I'm going to have to figure something out because that is just really ticking me off. It's bad enough to get spam anyway, spam calls, especially because my phone, I have been really careful not to let anyone have it, that number, and yet they've managed to get that number. Okay. Calm down. I heard about a good thing today. Thank you for sharing, Andy and Michelle and Trudy. Thank you so much, you guys. Really appreciate it. I was watching Erica Serwin's Facebook Live last week, and she said you get Post-it tape, and she showed it to me. It was, or to us, everyone watching. It was really amazing. I said, Post-it tape? I had no idea. I am buying some immediately. All right, so here's the little card we're going to do. I'm going to do this Days to Remember because the stamping the calendar was a little bit tricky. So I thought you might enjoy seeing me do that. This is actually a cute little card that I'm making for Jeff. And it is what we are doing today, a little gift card holder. And I am using the retired sweet ice cream paper. I was really hoping that paper would carry over. I knew it wouldn't. I just was really hoping it would because of all the ice cream papers they've had, I really think I like this one the best. The colors and just the you know, patterns and everything. Really liked it. So there's that. You can do this. So I am using this paper, but you could use any paper. You wouldn't have to use the ice cream paper only. I mean, there are other things you could use. All right, let me try to get rid of some of my junk on the side here. Then the other one I want to do is similar, but it's just a little bit more special. Okay, I'm going to do the calendar the same way just because it's kind of cute. Tucks in. You could put their name on it. I got out our Make a Difference stamp set as well because although this Days to Remember has numbers on it, it doesn't really have the year available, but you can use your Make a Difference to do the actual year for the calendar that you're doing too. Yeah, I know, Michelle, I'm not surprised it retired. They always retire their papers. Now this one is going to flip up like this and then open, and then you've got, what I'm doing is I'm doing a double pocket. So you not only get one yummy ice cream gift card, you get two. Wouldn't that be a nice gift for anyone to get? Michelle, you have a birthday coming up, and I am waiting for you to tell me whether you're going to let me take you out to coffee or yogurt or something for your birthday. We could go like on the afternoon, you know, after you're done with work or whatever. All right, so what we're going to do is just start out with your basic sizes of paper. Now let me show you what I did. I actually was following a pattern that someone had done where they took a big sheet of 12 by 12 DSP and then they cut it and then they did all these special folds. The problem was every time you folded, you know, it was really hard to get your ice cream cones to be in the right direction, and I found it was actually just easier, instead of doing that, to just cut it. You know, instead of just leaving it in big chunks and folding one piece over here and one there and one here and all that, I just cut it. So this is, actually, let's measure it, because I think I did it a tiny bit bigger than than standard. So, or maybe I did it a little smaller than standard. Oh, I did it. So it's 4 1/8. Okay, so this is 4 1/8. You're gonna think about it? All right, you don't have a lot of time to think, you know, your birthday's coming up. And this is 10 7/8 actually long. Just doing it a little bit shorter because I want it to be on the inside of a 4 1/4 by 11 inch, you know, basic card. So what I did is I just took I cut this cardstock, I cut it off at 10 7/8 and 4 1/8 that direction, and then I just took the corner, folded that corner in. That's going to be one pocket. Okay, there's another one because I've got 2 cards going here. And then I just took another piece. It's a little bit narrower, a little bit smaller. So this one, you're not going to get any older. Good luck with that, girl. This one's 3 3/4 inch by 5 1/2. And then I just did a little pocket on the bottom. Just a little one. Doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about your dimensions. And then I just folded the corner in like that. Okay, and so that one's going to go right on top of this. So let's just do that right now. All right, so in all of the moving hullabaloo, been trying to, you know, keep the garden. The garden has never looked better. It just is fabulous looking. And initially, that was really hard for me to get it that tip-top because normally I just take like a whole summer to do it. I don't try to do it all in one go, but I'm going to go ahead and take this and glue this down. Okay. But I wanted to get it done in like 2 weeks. So, oh man, I worked like a fool out there, but now it's really nice there. I don't think my garden's ever been weed free ever before. There's always, you know, a corner of weediness somewhere in the yard because I just was going to get to it a little later and not hurt myself trying to get it all done at once. So this is the first year it's ever looked this good. There's just not a weed hardly in sight, but I do have to say that I think every single time I go out the front door, every single time, I see 1 or 2 weeds every time. And I'm like on that weed, man. I don't care whether I'm all dressed up for church or, you know, whatever. I am over there in the dirt picking that weed up. And my nails this time around have survived quite well. I'm shocked. They're a little worn on the edges here because these are just my Color Street nails. When Mary was here, Mary and I did our nails together. And so that was a while ago. You know, they've been gone. I think this is the 2nd week since they've been gone now. And yeah, so anyway, those nails are actually the longest. These usually only last for me about a week when I'm gardening, and I've been out there a lot. I've actually been out there a lot. I've transplanted a lot of coral bells all around, because normally I have pots of annuals with lots of geraniums that I've happily gone down to the store and bought. Oops, I didn't really want to do that because I wanted a pocket there. Oh, shame, shame, shame. You know what we're going to have to do? We're going to have to fix this because I don't really have a ton of paper and I want to save what I have left to do something else with it. So I am going to show you what to do when you make a big mistake with your glue. Okay, I just took this is like a wipe that's not, you know, terribly moist, just a little bit, and I just wiped that off. And I think I got it off pretty good. If I hadn't gotten it off good enough and quick enough, then I could have used my gummy eraser and that would have taken that glue off eventually, but it would have taken some time. So I'm glad I got it off quick enough. It's going to be a little bit limp because it's wet right now, but we won't worry about that. I'm going to go ahead and glue the flap down. I do want that pocket, but I don't need the flap. And this is just going to, having a little flap, you could just cut it diagonally, but it kind of finishes off your little edge a little bit to leave your flap. All right, I just put the glue on the wrong side, so I'm going to have to let that dry, then I'll put glue there, and we'll do that. I'm going to stick it right here, and we'll do the other one. The other one, Oh, I've got this one and this one because on the other one I've got 2 pockets going, right? I do. All right, so on this one, we are going to just put glue here. Now you can be, you know, really loose with this. Your angles don't really matter. You can just have fun with it. Don't worry if it's not perfect. But don't do what I just did and just close up your pocket. You do want a pocket. Anyway, so I am really glad that things are moving along pretty smooth, and it's been cooler this spring. Normally it's pretty warm. Today when I was riding the bike, I was thinking this is more like April weather for us, I think. Am I mistaken about that? I've had the heat on at night. I don't think I've ever had the heat on at night, hardly here. Oh, thank you, Andy. I'm glad you'll like it. This is cute. Okay, this one is going to be on the cover, so I'm just going to do one. I'm not going to do a double pocket on this one. This one is going to have a double pocket. So we'll do another little flap down. Okay, and the side. When our daughter was here, they realized that my coffee was inadequate for our needs. My husband goes and buys coffee every single day at our coffee shop, and I've never really cared that much about coffee in order to, you know, do that. I'm too cheap. I'm not going to go down every day and buy coffee. He buys the cheap Americano, I think, half the time. But whenever I go with him, I get we get a latte. I get a 16-ounce latte, sugar-free, non-fat with almond flavoring. And that's what we always get it. They call it the Jeff and Kathy special because we've gone down there for so long, so many years, and we get the same thing every time. For a while, at one point, I thought, okay, I'm going to get something different because we're so boring. But we did that for about, I don't know, maybe a month, and then we just went back to our usual. And that was a long time ago. Oh, good, Michelle, you got your craft room organized. Does that mean you're going to come back to crafting? Or are you just looking to see what you have? All right, so this is the next pocket. We're going to put this little pocket on here. Now, it's kind of short. I need this to be open because it needs to tuck in there. So I was going to put this on the outside because it looks tidier, but I need this to be an actual pocket that the card's going to rest in. So we're going to go ahead and glue this little flap down. All right, you can decide. You have 1 month. This is the best time to join, so you don't want to wait too awfully long. All right. Now I'm gonna just do this little bit right there, and I don't think I really need to glue that one down, do I? No, I don't think so because I'm gonna just put a little bit of glue. Yeah, there we go. So I do have a pocket. It's a mini pocket right here, okay? It's just a mini. Now, you could use your tear and tape, but I can really put glue on that one because that's the actual pocket. And tear and tape, you know, it just doesn't do it for me. Every time I use tear and tape, if you press it and hold, you know, and press and press and press, your tear and tape actually is quite strong, but anything that people are going to be shoving something in, I'm a little skeptical about that. So anyhow, all right, so there we go. There's our pockets. All right. Now what we need for this one, we're going to just move these out of the way. And we are going to do two. This is our new color, polished pink. Isn't it pretty? So we're going to do two polished pink cards. let me grab out a card stock sheet, and we will just cut 2 of these at 4 1/4. And then we'll score at 5 1/2. Okay, so there's 1. We need 2 of these. This one's a little long on that side because I just didn't, you know, do it accurately enough, so that's fine. Now we'll do the same thing here, 5 1/2. And then we'll fit them together. So because I've been so busy with all of my stuff, I didn't even know. I kind of just totally blew off Cinco de Mayo. I completely missed it. Did you guys do anything for Cinco de Mayo? I felt like, oh, I missed a good opportunity for good Mexican food eating because I just completely missed it. All right, so because one's a little longer than another, I'm just checking to see which one I'm going to have folding over and in. You're just sliding them together. You're going to glue one on top of the other. And one's going to come down over the front. So you want to make sure the one coming down over the front is the longer side. Now, if you did a perfect fold, you're still going to have this issue. Because, of course, the only way to avoid it would be to trim a little bit off. Now, that one's really short, so I don't want to do that. Let me flip it the other way. I think that's the shorter side. Maybe I'm doing it on the longer side there. Oop. No. There we go. I think that one's right. Okay, that's pretty close. That one's the closest. Okay, so that's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and, oh, wait, flip on this one. Maybe that one's better. I think it is. Yeah, that one's better. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this side to this side, but I am going to trim it just a tiny bit just to make sure it fits in there easily and it's going to shut well. Not have any trouble there. All right. I'm going to just leave my cutting board there because we're not done with it, and I do want it to be just a little bit on the short side so that this is going to fold up in there nicely. So I missed Cinco de Mayo, and then I completely forgot Mother's Day. My goodness. I told Jeff, I'm going to, in some ways, can I say this on YouTube, Facebook? I'm going to kind of be glad to have not be doing my benevolence thing quite so much because I don't send cards to my own family half the time because I forget because I'm so busy sending birthday cards to other people. And anyway, I didn't get my Mother's Day cards. This is my daughter's first real Mother's Day. I mean, she was expecting last year, so I'm sure I sent one to her. But I had it all in mind what I was going to send to my daughter-in-law and to our daughter Mary, and I totally forgot it. So anyhow, totally bad. I had to send them a gift card and apologize to them. All right, so now what we're going to, this ribbon's just going all the way around, so I don't have to really fuss too much with the ribbon. And on the front of this card, we're going to just do the single little pocket. Okay, so we're just going to glue that on. Nothing too alarming here. Anyway, so I'm sure they were, of course, very polite, and they said, oh, yeah, that was fine. They're wonderful about it. I am sure that they are going to experience all of this themselves, and they probably already have. I'm the one that likes to send things to people, so it's something that... well, they do too. They're actually they're better at sending stuff than I am. I think one reason I like to do cards is because I can always send something really cool, and I do get it done ahead of time. But if I had to rely on, you know, my memory to get it, they're better at actual gift giving than I am. Okay, let's see. Is this dry? Is this the one that's wet? Yeah, that was wet and it's dry now, so now I can attach it. So So we want to make sure I'm doing it the right way. We're going to put glue on this side because that's just the little pocket. The little inner pocket. I forget who has this idea. I should have saved her little, I printed it out and I should have saved it. Where is it, down here? No, it's not. Shoot. Cannot remember. It was not somebody I'd actually ever heard of, but this is a cute idea. And again, if you want to just use one sheet of 12 by 12, you can, but you know, frankly, when I'm not using the whole sheet of 12 by 12, I can get more of these on it. So yeah, I decided, I don't think I need to follow those instructions. Sometimes when you make things, you realize, I think I can do something a little different. All right, so that's gonna go inside here. I do need to trim it down a little bit because this is looking like it's not gonna fit perfect. So we'll just trim the top off a tiny bit. That's why I'm leaving my cutting board out here. Got some trimming to do. Perfect. So now we can put this on the inside. This would make a nice little, if we're, you know, just neighborhood friends or casual acquaintances for graduations this coming season, you could do little ice cream gift cards for people. Since my husband's a teacher, we always have an abundance of kids sending us graduation things, and I don't like to ignore it because it's a big deal, but frankly, we are not of money, we're not money bags. We can't just be putting, you know, $50 all over the place for people. Okay, so a little bit of glue there. Getting that off because it'll get all over my hands. All right, so that one I'm gonna just set aside for a moment, and then we are gonna do this one. For this one, I just need a regular white piece of cardstock that's 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4 and folded. And then we will take, where is my other piece of DSP? Maybe I'm cutting this one. I might have decided, oh, I'll just cut it. All right, so we're gonna cut a piece of this this side that has the waffle cone pattern, just to cover the page or the card, your base card. So we'll go, let's do it this way so I'm not wasting my papers. Oh, I can't. I need it to go this way. Or can I get it going? No, I need it to go this way. All right, so 4 1/4. Let's go a little higher there. 4 1/4 by 5.5. Actually getting 2 there, but that one's not 4 1/4. All right, so, oh, I forgot I'm using this side, so it wouldn't have mattered. That's a little, my cardstock's just a tiny bit bigger than that, isn't it? Let's see how my pocket's gonna fit. Pocket's fine. I must have cut this a shade too big. 4 1/4. Okay, and then 5.5. It is just a little on the long side. Oops, it didn't quite cut. Let me grab my scissors really quick. And oh, no, there we go. Oh, I can hear the birds out there. So anyway, when my daughter was here, they decided my coffee was inadequate. So they have upgraded my coffee, and I love it. They sent us an espresso machine. With an N. Nespresso. Have you heard of it? It's absolutely wonderful. Oh, man. I have been having so much coffee. Can you tell? I've been having tons of coffee. It's been wonderful. I mean, tastes wonderful. I'm hoping my kidneys and my bladder can take it. I actually haven't had more than a couple of cups probably a day. I think yesterday, because it was Sunday, I might have had 3. I wanted to try them all. It came with a whole bunch of them, and then I realized, shoot, this is too wonderful, and I'm gonna have to, now I've have my coffee upgraded, and I'm gonna have to buy the little Nespresso pods, so I'm gonna spend a fair amount doing that anyway. So I need to get that order in. I was thinking right away, because I don't want to run out of this wonderful coffee. It's fantastic. So I wanted to try them all, so that when my when I ran out, I would have my new order in. Okay, this is our little mini, and sometimes it just comes in really handy when I have just a tiny, tiny edge that's just not quite straight. That was just not perfect there. All right, so now that that is done, we again just need 1 pocket, okay? And I could use, I suppose, I kind of got an extra piece here. We're gonna go ahead and do this. So this is another little pocket. I just did, you know, probably this one looks like it's about 4 inches across, and then I just did this little fold on the bottom to create the little pocket. Put some glue on there. Anyway, so hopefully I'm not too jittery. I don't think I am, but if I seem so, that's because I've been putting a lot of Nespresso in the body, and it's not really quite used to having so much coffee. All right, so now we're gonna just put another little bit of glue. Again, a little tape would be faster, and really for the side, tape would work fine. I just happen to prefer glue. I'm just a glue fiend. Okay, so there we go. That part is done. Then this one's just gonna open up and have your little double pocket on the inside, and I do need to trim that down because it's way too tall. And if you wanted, instead of a double pocket, you could just do another little single pocket. And actually, I think I might just do the single pocket on this one. Now for this one, it's a guy's card, and because I was running out of my paper, my angles are different than it was on the other card. It doesn't matter at all. The angles can be however you want them to be. So I'm not going to do the double pocket on this one. I'll save this one for another day and another use. And I am going to have so much fun sending these to people. These could be great for little kids. I'm sometimes at a little bit of a loss what to send the youngest kids. Now, I put a pretty good amount of glue on that because I did not make a real pocket. I just cut the paper and didn't really do a fold over pocket on that one. So you can do it this way. It's as long as it's not getting a ton of, you know, use. This one I will send to an adult because they'll only open it and take the card out one time and use it, hopefully, and then be done with it. All right, now we're ready for the actual calendar stamping. Now this is the fun part. Let me close that up. Okay, so we've got our 2 base cards ready to go. I've got my little pad there. Okay. Today when I went out on my bike ride, it was so beautiful out there. And I still, looking out there, there's no wind. It's nice. We don't usually have such great no wind days. At least not lately, we haven't been. All right, so take your calendar, and actually I'm gonna just go ahead and use these. These are our Hippo and Friends dies. And so we're going to just do 2 of these. And I didn't even think about what dates I want on here. Because, of course, now, the reason I'm showing this project to you is because for this stamp set, it just screams all kinds of use, doesn't it? You could make calendars of all kinds. You could make a whole calendar, all kinds of gifts with calendars. I mean, there's just so many things you can do with it. But I thought, because it has this little circle, you can circle a specific month, And that's going to just personalize it in a way that's so fun. So what you need, though, on this one is you either need your Stamparatus or you need this bigger block. Our not largest block, but the next to the largest block isn't quite big enough for this stamp. So you need the big giant one. Again, you're going to need your big Stamparatus or the big giant block. I don't use that one too often. That one is for the background stamps, but we also have these half giant ones, and this is the perfect size. So that is what we're going to use for the actual numbers. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp those on first. Now I have some samples in here to help me remember what month looks like what, because I am in the process of making little calendars for 2022. So obviously in 2022, the week setup is a little bit different than 2021. And this is the last of my 2021 little calendar. And I can never remember how many days is in February. Well, February I might remember. That's my birthday month. But how many days is there in August? That one I don't ever remember. There is 31, I believe. All right, so if you're not sure you are getting that on straight and you really want to, you can just lay your stamp down, because these photopolymer ones, they do bend, and you want this nice and straight. So just lay it down and then put your block over it, push it down, and now it's going to be nice and straight. Okay? Now they've got it set up perfectly. So this little setup is going to give you every single configuration of every year you will ever want. So don't cut these apart in any way, because then you will ruin what you've just bought. You're going to ruin it. Now I am thinking, what month do I need here? I've got that one. I've got that one. Oh, I think I know what one I need. All right, we're going to do May. So we've got May right here. Now this month's May, the first is on a Saturday, okay? So I'm going to locate that on this block. Turn it around here. So we've got, let me lower this so you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. Hopefully, I'll have to give some lag time so I can see on the computer if you can see what I'm hoping you can see well enough. All right, you can see I've stamped with this quite a bit. Now, there's a number 1, and that's the only number 1 that's on this whole block. That's the only number 1. And you're going to want to, I guess I should probably put my days of the month out, huh? Or days of the week. That'll help you understand what I'm doing here. So let's do that. You get 2 options. You get the Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday option, and you also get the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. We're using the Sunday, Monday with Saturday at the end. The traditional, the religious one, where Sunday is the first day of the week and Saturday is the 7th day. That's just what I'm comfortable with. It's what I'm always used to. This calendar is different, so it tricks me sometimes. So actually don't prefer that other setup, because I make mistakes with it. So I'm going with the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. I'm going to stamp that on here, leaving plenty of room for the month name and the year, okay? Now, I do want to make sure that I have plenty of room for my calendar, too, so I don't want it to get too carried away. It's going to be like right about there where those little edges are, okay? All right, now you get to pick what colors you do. I did blackberry for this one, so maybe we'll do that again. Look at your card and see, which is the predominant one. And this one's going to be a guy, so we'll go with that blackberry. Okay, Blackberry Bliss. Oops, I got a bunch on the block there, but let me get that off, because I'm afraid if I don't, I'm going to have a terrible accident. Normally I wouldn't even worry about it, but Facebook Live, I always have trouble. All right, so we've got Sunday, Monday. Good, that's what I want. Get it nice and straight. With your Stamparatus, you would have your grid patterns, and it would be easier for you to make sure that this is all nice and straight. But I am not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and wing it here because I just want to get it done for you so you can see. Of course, because they're photopolymer, they are going to stain quite a bit with any of our reddish inks, and I don't care. It's fine. Before I take it off, though, let's go ahead and just do the other one, too. And with this one, though, we want a different ink color. We're going to do our polished pink with this one. Let's grab that out if I can find it. There it is. All right, polished pink. So cute. I love this one. Which one's your favorite color? I'm having a hard time deciding. I'm really liking that evergreen a lot more than I expected to. Oops. Do you see how that curved? Got to be careful that this skinny one especially doesn't do that. So we're going to go ahead and lay it down, make sure it's nice and straight, and then I'll stick my block back on that again. If I had my Stamparatus and I was doing it with that, you wouldn't have any of that problem. All right, so we've got the days of the week going here. Making sure I'm fairly straight. Okay. Oops, I flubbed a bit there. I rocked it. But I am going to just leave that because that's just Facebook Live issues. You won't have any trouble with it. All right, now that we've done that, we can do the numbers. So let me show you with this one first. Actually, I'm going to do the other one with May. So let's do the May one first. Okay, so here's May. May is got the first. Oops, not that block. This one. Okay, the first is a Saturday. So let's take your ink pad, and it's going to ink it up perfectly. Okay, or not Saturday, Sunday. No, Saturday's the first. Yeah, Saturday's the first. Okay, so I want my number 1 to be there where that Saturday is. Okay, and there are 31 days, so that's good. So we're going to ink it here. If I was doing, let's find the next one. If I was doing July, July is on Thursday. The first would be on the Thursday. So in which case, you would put your ink like this, because there's the Thursday. Does that make sense? So your Sunday would be on the 4th here, and your 1 would be on that Thursday, and your 3 would be on the Saturday. So you would be laying it on the pad like this, inking it up to do July. Okay, so does that make sense? I hope it does. If not, play around with it. You will figure it out. Now, I've got to look at this again. I want my number 1 on Saturday. So number 1 is on Saturday. Okay, right here. Okay, so that's inked up. And we're putting that number 1 on Saturday. I got to stand up so I can really see what I'm doing here. I didn't leave myself a ton of room. All right, look at that. Isn't that cute? Oh, and we're not even close. I know you're thinking I could print out calendars, but no. You're not going to be able to do it in all the ink colors that you want. This is going to be cool, and you can do all kinds of little other things too. So maybe not everybody's going to be as thrilled with this as me, but I really am going to love it. All right, so we've got that done. Now we need our month. Before we do our month, let me move my ink pad out of the way, and let's do our polished pink one. And for this one, we are going to use November. November. All right, so November has, the 1 is on a Monday. Okay, so we're going to put I'm going to put the 1 on the Monday. So that means my 6 is on my Saturday and my 7 is on my Sunday. So I'm going to ink it like this with the 6 on the far side there and the 7 there on the far left side, because I'm using the days of the week from Sunday to Saturday. Okay, so we've got 6 is Saturday. Oops, wait, November only has 30. Oh, I almost stamped it. So I need to get rid of that 31. I don't want my November to have a 31. Okay, so I got rid of the 31. Hopefully it won't ink. There we go. There's a tiny blob, but it's just a wet blob and it'll dry. So that's my November. All right. Now we're done with that block. Aren't you glad? And now we can find the months. Too fun. I could have put these all on blocks already for you, and this would have taken a little less time to be putting in and out, but oh well. Now this is the days of the week that are Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, etc. All right, November, where are you? November, November. Where are you? You're hiding from me. There you are, November. There's November, and we need the May as well. There's May. All right, so we'll take May and stick you on here. And November, we'll lay you down and stick you right there. This one is November. And I was going to do the year, but because of time, I'm thinking we'll just go ahead and stick November in the middle there. I'll do it maybe for May, just so you can see what's going on here. And then you have room for your sentiment. Okay, so these are going to be birthdays. So let's go ahead and do our little It's Your Day. There is a nice happy birthday one too right there, which fits nicely. I kind of like the It's Your Day, because then I can put happy birthday on the little tag on the card. Okay, so It's Your Day right there. And because it has a cute little circle, you can circle the actual day with a separate color, but I'm going to just skip that for now. And then there are little birthday balloons and little birthday balloon strings. There's a stars, a heart, you know. There's all kinds of cute little doodads in there. And let me put November away before I lose it. And May will bring you in. We're going to put May over on the side, like that. And let's grab out our, make a difference. Now we've got all of our little numbers. So, you know, let me move our ink pad out of the way. I don't really need my calendar now. And where are you? Little numbers. So you've got 20. There's 2. And you could do, you know, the age of the person. That would be good too. Maybe I'll do that just to make it simpler, because it'll be 4. Otherwise, I'll need 4 digits. And if I just do the age, we're going to just need a 3 and a 1. I'll make it a little easier. All right. I'm just kind of sticking them there so I don't, they're so tiny, they're easily lost. So you have to be careful not to lose them. All right, so we want 31. This is the big 31 this year for this person. These are so small, they're hard to fit on here. There's the 3, and there's the 1. I do get my tweezers out usually to mess with these because they're so small. There we go. 31. Ooh, let's see. We're gonna do it up here. I need to have room for the S and the T. There is a little S and a T on these. And because they're so small, you really need, oops, that's the wrong one. You need to make sure you get these right back on your, right where they go, you know, right back on your plastic, right where they go, or you're gonna have a hard time finding these. And they are small. Oops, that's the one. Meet you down here. Now, how are you guys liking the print on the boxes of the stamp sets rather than on these sheets? I haven't adjusted to that yet, so I have not got an opinion about it. Just curious how you're feeling about it. So there is a little S and a T and an R and a D and an N and a D. We need the S and the T for 31st. And it's a little big, but it's gonna work. All right, 31st. I could have used their bigger numbers right here, and it actually works better with the bigger numbers, but I didn't have room for those bigger numbers really on this little calendar. All right, so we've got 31st, and I'm gonna put happy birthday. Nah, we'll just do the it's your day again, or a day to remember. This is good. We've got enough room at the bottom where his 31st is that we can put a day to remember on this one. I do really like this stamp. This is a good one. A day to remember. And then when I circle the date, it's just going to make it such a much more personalized card than a lot of ones are, because I actually make a lot that are fairly generic, so that I can use them for a variety of people. And it's kind of nice to be able to make ones more specific. All right, so this is the guy's one. So that one's going to tuck in here like this. Okay, and then all you're going to do is make your little tag. We'll use a smaller version of the Happy Hippo. It's the Hippo and Friends dies. And we're going to do the happy birthday one here. I think I can put the camera up. I don't think you guys need to be quite so close to the board now, maybe. And we will see what we will see. Oh boy, Jeff and I found a great yogurt place. We always go after church to frozen yogurt, and we always go to My Froyo. I won't say which one. I don't want to hurt its business particularly, but we've been going even though it has still not got inside or outside seating, which is ridiculous. And we've been sitting in the car, with our yogurt ever since this COVID nonsense started. And which was fine during the winter. I didn't really care. It was awful during last summer, but it was new, and none of us knew what was going on, so we just did it. And then, as the years waned, it was just like, come on. When the weather got nice, I was thinking, seriously? Now, there were people sitting out on the grass, but they were pretty uncomfortable, and it's windy, here in the Tri-Cities, a lot. Anyway, it was also just getting so that every time we went, it was like, what flavor? Well, the same one we have for the last 3 months, because they're never changing the flavors. We're getting tired of those. And their toppings, a lot of times it was messy. They weren't keeping it clean enough, which is kind of funny during COVID time, everything is like super, super clean. So they were just having a hard time keeping staff on this place. So we decided to try a new yogurt place, and I can't believe we waited this long to try it. Now, this is cinnamon cider ribbon. You can find that. It's very easy to find. This is this little tag. I am going to tie this bow. It's going to go on this side since I've got my diagonal going this way. When I had it this way, you know, I did it a little differently. But anyway, we're going to just go ahead. Maybe I'll do the tie on this side. Okay, and the tag, though, has to be right over the ribbon. It's going to keep it right on there with your dimensional. Okay, so we'll just stick a dimensional right there, and our ribbon right there, and then we'll do another couple of dimensionals here. Anyway, we found a place called Yogurt Beach. Oh my goodness. Jeff and I were like in little kids in the ice cream shop for sure. We kept looking and looking and looking. Which flavor do we want? Which flavor do we want? There's so many choices because we've been stuck with almost no choices now for more than a year. And it was funny. I was glad it wasn't just me that was having a hard time making a decision. We did make our, and it was wonderful. And they had seats inside and out. It was super clean. And if you're interested, Yogurt Beach. It's up on, it was a little farther than I expected. I thought it was going to be more by the Columbia Center Mall, but it actually was up on just past 10th Avenue on Columbia Center Boulevard. We didn't even know they had like a little mini mall thing going up there with a workout place and a dog grooming place, and I don't even know what else. There's a couple other things there. All right, and it was really nice. So isn't that cute? Now we've got the other one. This one's, again, just got the single pocket. Okay, this is our double pocket, but we're just doing it the same way. And then I just thought the little extra fold was cool. Plus, you're going to have more space to write on inside there. So girls, you know, girls always like lots of little words and things. So that's going to tuck in there. We're just going to do the same thing with the tag, and I've got my polished pink ribbon right there, ready to go. We'll put another little happy birthday on here, and we'll be about done. So, anyhow, I am so excited to have, the lady said, or it was a girl, you know, she said, do you want a card? You know, because we go every single week at least. We go at least once. Maybe sometimes when it's warmer, we go a little more than that. So I said, yeah, we'll take a card. And then when I got to the car with a, you know, later when we were all done, and I looked at it, you have to have 10 to get one free one, which is fine, but I just looked at Jeff and said, I don't think I need this because we're not going to be here 10 more times. It's like, dang, I can't believe that we waited this long to switch and stop going to that other place that was not very nice anymore. Now you could take some gems, or, you know, little gems and stick on there. I think that would be really cute, and I probably will do that when I'm done. I don't want to take forever here doing this, so we're going to tie, you actually kind of want to tie it more on the edge over here, so we'll do that. And this will just tell me where to put my tag, if I actually tie it. Okay, there we go. Anyway, we really liked it. It was very, very nice. Much better than sitting in the car with our yogurt, looking at the Home Depot parking lot. Although I do have to say that can be really entertaining. One time when we were sitting there with our yogurt, this was not when we were in our car. This was when it was actually nice enough to sit outside the My Froyo and things were running normal, and they never, you know, they were always had their chairs available and you could just go sit outside. We were looking at the parking lots, cars are coming in, and this truck came barreling in with, believe it or not, their trash can had somehow gotten hooked to the back of the pickup truck, and they were hauling it along like they meant to, but they didn't. They obviously didn't even know that their trash can was hooked onto the back of their pickup truck. It was a woman. And I'm sure her husband really let her have it when she came home because she lost her truck. Her can. Her trash can, she went into the parking lot pretty fast, but normal. You know, like you would if you didn't know you were dragging your can along. And the trash can flipped off, of course. It was hilarious. It didn't hurt anybody or anything. And she just went on. She just didn't even know, you know. All right, so you will want to trim, obviously, you want to trim the ends of your ribbon. Oops, I should get my snips out to do that. Those are kind of dull, aren't they? All right, so that is that. And good luck figuring out how to do the camera flip, Kathy. You're not really going to be able to successfully do that this time. So I am going to just say goodbye to you from my desk here. And again, remind you, for every $35 and up, you get my little template and PDF and explaining how to make your cute little cowboy boot, which is going to be a really nice little gift for you too. You can put all kinds of things. It fits. Actually, I put flowers inside. And it's pretty sturdy, so you can just put all kinds of things in there. It's a good sized little box, so you would like that if you want a special gift box for your graduates or a wedding or a birthday or anything where you want to do a little cowboy thing. All right, you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. Hopefully everything will work better on Facebook, because I don't even know if I'm going to be able to shut this off very easily since you're all upside down. So I'm going to have to take my camera out, and we are going to finish right here. All right, thanks again. We'll see you next week. Bye.